Hey guys, welcome back to Ordinary Ian, another video. So this video, what I'm going to do is I've been getting a message which I've been ignoring. Obviously you've seen me build the computer for free and put it all together, and I've been using it and working on it, and every time I start up the computer it comes up with it says CMOS error or something like that, and it also forgets, or it doesn't log into the internet, and I have to keep manually logging into the internet. So on this video we're going to see if we can fix those things, and let's get into it. So I'll show you what it does. So when I turn on the computer, and tell me if you get this same message, and hopefully this will fix it. I don't know if it will fix it all the time, but I'm going to just try one thing. So you get the double beep, and that's the screen you get to. I'll just zoom in for you. So it tells you everything we have on the machine at the beginning. The Intel i5-2320 CPU at 3 GHz. Really happy with that CPU by Intel. Fantastic chip. The computer runs super fast. You saw me upgrade to DDR3 1300 and put 8 megabytes of RAM dual channel in there, and it says it's okay. But it's the bits down below, and I'll zoom in for you there. Hopefully that's clear. So it says CMOS checksum error, CMOS date time not set. The default values has been loaded. Press delete to enter BIOS setup and press F1 to continue. So I've been pressing F1 and the computer works fine, you can carry on. But it's a bit annoying to having to do that every single time. So the thing I've figured or investigated was possibly because it's an old system, I don't know how many years old, should tell me up there actually, release date 2011, so it's 10 years old. So quite possibly that the battery on the motherboard is gone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the battery, reset the CMOS, and see if that fixes this, and also whether that fixes the automatic internet connection, because I'm thinking that the CMOS settings automatically detect your internet system. I don't know. If you do know, let me know if I'm doing this right or wrong. Leave comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. And if you haven't already, in my last video where I started the giveaway, please select which case you want me to build the PC that I'm going to give away in. Don't worry about what the case looks like. I might paint the case, I might wrap the case, so it won't look like the case that's on there. So we might do a design. So don't worry what the case looks like, just pick a case. Anyway, let's get into this. What I'm going to have to do is grab the PC, take off the side panel, get to the battery, change the battery. Now I already bought the batteries. Okay guys, so I've just pulled the computer from the side to the front, and I've undid the side panel, so that would come off. Now hopefully you can see inside of the machine. Yes, and quite obviously and glaringly the battery is right there. Just going to double check it's about the same size. Yes it is. So all we're going to do, I've taken the power plug out, obviously, turn the power switch off, so there's no power going to this. And all I'm going to do is try and flip this battery here, if you can see it. Can you see it? I'll bring you in a bit closer. So it's quite obvious, there's the battery. And it's got a catch on the side that you can push to the side and then probably flip it out. Yeah, so if I pull that to the side, it loosens. Oh, it actually pops out. There we go. So we've got the battery out. You can see some there's the battery. You can't tell, but there's some wear on it. So what we want to do is check that the battery is the same. Alright guys, so you saw me pop the battery out, and all I'm going to do quite literally is pop a new battery in, and that's about it. I'm going to do is pop the new battery in there, and hopefully that solves the problem. Now this battery's come with a stick on the back, so if you do see that, I think you should take that off. Yeah, so you should probably take the sticker off, give it a good clean, make sure nothing, so the contacts can all make. I'm not sure what part of the battery connects to what part, but that's probably a good idea. And then we're just going to pop that into the place that we took it out from, took the old one out from. Literally just pops in. Give it a press down to make sure all the contacts are contacting properly. And that's it, guys. That's your CMOS battery, CMOS reset battery replacement. So now I'm going to put it all back together. We're going to start it up again and see if we get the same screen. We probably will get the same screen on the first one until we do the BIOS time and date setting, is what I'm assuming. So let me put this back together. Alright, so the PC is back in its place. I'm just going to press the power button. See what it does. Yeah, so we've got the 3 beeps again, so we've got the same error. So what I'm going to do is do the date, time, turn it off and turn it on again, and see if that fixes it. I'll do that with you guys actually, so let me adjust. Okay, so hopefully you can see that screen. I don't know if it's clear or not, but it's the same screen I showed you at the beginning. So it's come up, even though I've changed the battery, it's still come up because obviously we haven't set the BIOS, the CMOS date and time, which it says right here. If I press F1, it will work fine. Possibly if I press F1, it will default it, save it. I'm not sure, but I'm going to go into the BIOS now and do this date requirement that it's asking me for. So I'll press delete, and you'll see that we're with a very old basic BIOS system. It's got a system date here of Saturday the 1st 2011. Is this the date it wants me to change? I don't know. So we're on the main BIOS setup utility page. Build date 2011. So it's kind of reset itself to that. So what's the date today? Well, 18th of September. So we're going to put in 18th. Oh, how do you move along? This gives you how to move along. What to use. So 18th, possibly tab. No. Back. No. 18. Enter. No. 18. No, it just won't do it. How do I? To move. Oh, so it's a different. It's an American. So I think this is the American date. So it's the month first, which would be 09. Enter. 18th. Enter. 2021. Enter. Now we want to do the time. The time is around about 1937-ish. And then we want to save and exit, which is F10. But let me just, while we're in here, and you can see a bit more of the CPU details. Got a count of 4 cores. It's not bad. I'll tell you, this is pretty fast, fastest machine I've ever had. So while we've got that now, we can press, no, we can carry on a minute, and we can just check on the internet. There's your boot options, network priority, network device priority, doesn't say, tell me much there. Boot device LAN, okay. So there's nothing here to say why it doesn't remember why it doesn't remember the internet connection. Or maybe I just don't know. What's turbo boost enabled? So this chip has got a turbo boost as well. Wow. XD bit enabled, Intel VT enabled, EST enabled. Don't know what any of those means. If you know what those means, let me know, please. Here we go. LAN controller enabled. LAN onboard LAN option ROM disabled. For legacy network devices. Let me know what whether that will make a difference in remembering the RAM. If you can leave comments below, that would be helpful. And tell me whether that should be disabled or enabled. I'm not going to touch it for now. I'm going to leave it as it was. You can check your PC health. So my CPU temperatures are 54 degrees. My system temperature is 30 C or 86 Fahrenheit. My PCH temperature is 52. My CPU fan is running at 1400 RPM or 1450 RPM. The system fan is running at 1200 RPM. Now I can only put one fan on at a minute, as you know. The CPU core uses 1.2 volts. And then it has other stages of volts. I'm not sure what they are. Possibly RAM. I don't know. Maybe just more cores. So maybe add them all together, you get a total of how much the CPU voltage is being used. And maybe the fan as well. But yeah, not using very much voltage for the power supply I have in there, so I have a lot of room to put in a graphics card, which you've seen in the previous video I have, but I've not used it yet because I didn't have a connection for the monitor to the graphics card. And in my mind, I think that is why it won't boot once I've put it in, because the monitor doesn't recognize it. Possibly, I don't know, I could be wrong. But I'm going to leave everything as it is. All I've changed is the date. So the date's still there, and we're going to exit, save and exit. And there we go. So it didn't come up with that screen. So it looks like the battery fixed the job. And now we'll just log into Windows. Alright, here we go. Now into Windows, and it's recognized the internet connection, so it's remembered it somehow. Or it's found it and it's kept it. So what was happening is this was not connecting automatically. So it looks like just changing the battery out could have fixed that as well. And I'll show you what I mean. So when I was going to device manager, and you can see how quick this computer is. It's not bad at all for an i5. You don't need a super. Well, you do. It's nice to have it, but you don't need a super duper fast chip. Well, you don't need an expensive chip, and you don't need expensive graphic cards. You can do it all. Yeah, so what was happening is this driver here was reverting to, instead of 82579V, it was coming up with 82579LV or LM, can't remember which one it was now. And I was having to uninstall that one and then restart the computer, and then this one would appear. So Windows would automatically install this driver as the driver to use. It looks like Windows has done that, and hopefully by changing the battery out, it now saves that and remembers it. I don't know if that's true, if that's why it's done that, but it seems to have worked for me. So give that a go. Just change your battery. As I said, you need a 2032 battery. Quite easy to change. I didn't have to do anything other than change the battery out. Obviously take your powers off, disconnect all your power, and change the battery out. There's nothing too complicated about that at all. Well, I hope you find that useful, and if you did, there'll be plenty more. Please subscribe and hit the like button. Thank you for watching. Don't forget about the giveaway. Please please pick a case. Leave your comments below and pick that case. And I will see you on the next video.